Well, Ben Simmons looks like he's going to be out a while. Let's get D-Ray's thoughts on what he's seen through 3 games. D-Ray, I got to start off with this. What you've seen through 3 games, does it instill any confidence that this team is about to make a deep playoff run?
I got to be honest, no, especially after that injury, man. That hurt. You know what I mean? I don't think anybody's in any way, I'm not going to say optimistic at this point, but that hurt. Like, he's out indefinitely, but they already looked shaky beforehand. I think the only thing we can hope for at this point is Joel Embiid just being a beast, like just going complete Hakeem on everybody and just taking over.
That being said, were you impressed with what you saw from Ben Simmons through the 3 games?
Seeing as though I lost the bet of him not taking more than 5 threes, no, I am not. It was times, the flashes of things that I was impressed with. Obviously, his passing has always been impressive. The way he spaced the floor at times was kind of questionable. I like to think this is a blessing in disguise, but at the same point, no, I wasn't overly impressed with him.
If he is back for the playoffs, would you think about possibly moving him back to point guard at all? Because that looked a little bit better, I'm not going to lie.
No, I've said it on the Proccessed Podcast before. I am not for going back to the old ways. That was insanity to keep trying that over and over again and expecting different results. So, no, I'm rocking with this.
What are you seeing from Joel Embiid? I mean, you got to be happy with what you've seen from that, right? I mean, have you seen changes in the way they're using him? Have you seen changes in his game?
I haven't seen many changes in the way they're using him, but I have seen changes in his game, just more his sharpness on offense, his attention to detail at times on defense. I'm not going to act like it's perfect, but I will say this, for somebody who criticized him so much about put up or shut up and him coming back as a different player like he said he would, he's living up to it right now.
What do you think about the interaction between Shake Milton and Joel Embiid? Have you experienced something like that at Villanova? You might not have to say any names, but have you been a part of something like that before that it actually helped the team instead of hurt them?
Yeah, I don't want to throw Ryan Arcidiacono under the bus, but I'm just kidding. Shout out Art. That's my guy. But no. I mean, you have those times with your teammates, and as long as you understand that that's there on the floor, and once you get off of it, your guys are still teammates and brothers. It's all good, and obviously that's what happened. You saw when Shake made that shot, Joel was kind of teasing him, but it's like, listen, we got the job done.
Yeah. D-Ray here talking a little NBA, and obviously the Sixers getting ready for these final couple seedings games. They're going to do it without Ben Simmons. So what do you want to see from the lineup with Ben Simmons out? Do you go Al Horford back into the lineup? What card are you pulling out to replace him? Do you go, Glenn Robinson, Matisse Thybulle? Do you go back to Horford? A lot of options here.
I'm not too high on using Al Horford that consistently. I mean, Ben Simmons ate up a lot of minutes. I would not want to see all of those go to Al Horford just because of his pace of play. If anything, I want to see a lot more Matisse Thybulle. I want to see Alex Burt. I like Glenn Robinson in spots, but those 3 guys kind of rotating those minutes to me, I feel like can still get it done. I don't know what it is. I don't think it is necessarily a championship, but is it a decent playoff run at this point? I think so.
Now, does it feel like Brett Brown is still trying to figure out his rotation?
Yeah. It's been some weird times. How Neto and Furkan Korkmaz being there in the fourth quarter, different things. It's a little odd at times. I think he's still trying to figure things out. Unfortunately, nobody has the patience for that. We kind of need it to happen now, but at the same time, I have faith in Brett Brown as a coach, and he's got them this far, so I have to believe that he's going to continue to just figure it out.
Yeah, I mean, one of the biggest issues with this team, and we've been saying it for a couple of seasons now, is they never actually get to play together. There's always a new addition, or there's always somebody hurt, missing the lineup, and now the Sixers are going to have to experience it again going into the playoffs with, 5 games left? So it's just hard to think that this team is just going to miraculously find a way to get this done when they can't ever get on the floor together.
Yeah, man, that kills momentum. You start to get into a groove, you start to get into a rhythm, and then out of nowhere, boom, somebody's injured. Or out of nowhere, you change the rotation. Or out of nowhere, somebody gets traded. That definitely kills the momentum. But, it's just – I think that's the NBA. I think because we're such diehard Sixers fans, we focus on it. But everybody's dealing with it. I think it comes down to who can make the adjustments the best. If you're not the Milwaukee Bucks, you're dealing with this problem.
All right, we'll leave you with this because you got these seeding games going on. What do you think of the play in the bubble so far?
I like it. It's actually interesting. I feel like in probably the next 2 decades or so, this is where we're going to be, where you don't really have any fans, and that virtual look is kind of the thing that happened. Obviously, that's going to make leaps and bounds, but I like it. It kind of eliminates distractions, which is something that, to me, paid off for the Sixers.
All right. Well, they won their game that they were, quote unquote, the home team, as Tobias said the other night, 30-2 at home. They lost the game that they were the designated road team. What were they yesterday? They were the road team yesterday, right? So that gets them another road win on the season, which makes them 11-25 on the road. Darryl Reynolds, of course, the co-host of the Proccessed Podcast and a member of the 2016 Villanova Wildcats National Championship team. He, like all guests, appeared via the Boardwalk Honda Hotline. All right, D-Ray, we'll talk to you next week, man.
All right, fellas. Talk to y'all next week.